second I start to breathe, it's like, ding, we're here. And I'm like, okay, cool. And it's Oxyl and Clomidil. And it's really funny. They feel really like playful right now. And earlier today, I keep getting these reminders of like, focus on your vibration, be more playful, lighten it up, lift the mood. It's like everything's so heavy and so heavy and so heavy as we're going through disclosure. And when we focus on disclosure, it's like we carry that muck on the bottom of our shoes. And yes, we're practiced in our frequency, so it's not like it just completely demolishes us. But it's like that muck on the bottom of our shoe. And so they're making me feel like our vibrational work is to kind of wipe our feet on the grass and continue to walk the path of 5D and lead the way, because more and more people are waking up. Yeah. I had to stop a minute because I started to judge myself.
I felt that the last couple of days. Felt a lot more lighthearted.
Yeah.
You know, instead of, I felt more of, it's time to kind of pull back and just allow the disclosure to happen. There's nothing more for us to do.
Yeah.
And we talked about it this morning. All that matters now is staying in our alignment, having fun, being silly, just chilling out. It's got to be, we got to stay in our bubble.
Yeah, exactly. It's like this time of realignment for the light workers is going to be the time that the crystalline grid within is ignited and we're able to tune in more to these frequencies, to these new earth frequencies that are coming forward. And there's this calling, this reminder to come back into your heart space, because yes, your awareness is so powerful and so big, but you can't create without alignment. You can't manifest without your vibration being a match to the frequency that you're trying to meet. And while this is so ingrained in everything that the spiritual community believes in and does, it's just not being practiced as much lately because there are big shifts happening on the planet. And so we want to call you two back. We want to call you two back. Come into the heart, create your bubble, get back into 5D. Nothing else matters. Nothing else matters. Continue working on opening this third eye space. The developments that are happening on purpose. There's no accident you were led to the supplements that you've been led to. There's a stronger manifestation behind the calling of your path right now, and we urge you to continue to follow it wholeheartedly. And the way that you follow that path wholeheartedly is to come back into your whole heart now. You're very different than you were when you did all your vibrational work. There was the vibrational work, and then we came into the healing, and now we're asking you to combine the two and raise your frequency. The power in that will be what will change everything for you. If you want to take the leap, if you want to have the quantum leap, now is the time. Right now is the time to get your alignment in check, because big things are coming.
Yeah, I feel that. And I'm already feeling, just whenever I focus, it's when I'm paying attention to something and I have this small desire to know something, it's like all of a sudden I just know it.
Yeah.
This is the last couple of days, things are opening up.
Now
a
imagine
lot.
how fast that'll be when you can get yourself into that blissed out joy space. And for the first time ever, not just harness that into your heart, but take it into your expression within the outside world. When both of you can remain stable in your unconditional nature, with your unconditional truth of who you are, and really not allow the external world to impact you, the energy that you play in is going to be very fast. It's going to be very, very quick, the way you're going to see your life unfold. You already know that you're manifesting everything you've created together.
Yeah.
And as you continue to come back into the space, the power of the calling that's been created between you two in 5D is going to propel you in ways that you've never experienced. It'll literally be like you just step into a new world. It's like you just wake up one morning and you step into a new world. And you manifested that when you started coming into your abundance a few years ago. It was that same feeling. You woke up one day and it was like, ooh, okay, this feels different. We're here. Things have changed. It was a massive shift when you came into this place. And that's the same energy that's being invoked in the two of you now. And as you come into your heart, you allow yourself to receive it.
I'm feeling that in, like when I'm tuning into, I'm actually thinking about maybe a past event where used to I would kind of fall into the imagination of it, and now I'm literally falling into the frequency of it.
Yeah.
It's like a frequency knowing.
Yeah.
Memory, almost the sensation is like a smell, but that doesn't really describe it.
It's almost like deja vu.
Yeah, it is. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
You're seeing in between realms. We were telling Crystal to tell you this just a few moments ago. You're seeing, feeling, interpreting energy in these new multidimensional ways. Crystal worries about Cooper. She had to make sure he's okay. You're seeing new things. You are taking action to support your opening. And so it's manifesting for you very quickly.
Okay.
And we've been telling Crystal this for the past 2 weeks as she's been grounding the way that you manifest. Your actions need to be in alignment with your desire. So if your desire is your opening, your actions need to line up. They need to support that energy. That means every single day you take action towards your opening. And it doesn't have to be something huge. You know how this works. Yeah. There just needs to be action forward. And we're not talking about the action forward to get the manifestation. We're talking about the action forward to become the being who's already in alignment with that manifestation so that it can just show up for you. It's not that you're allowing yourself to line up with the desire. You're thinking about who is the person that I need to become that can be on the same frequency as the things that I want. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and I'm wondering if, on that same note of how I was feeling, if you can, like a deja vu, train yourself into feeling into the consciousness of the desired consciousness being that I'm choosing to be.
That is how you are learning to tune the radio dial.
Yeah.
Right now you're learning that this energy is coming through and giving you information in a new way. So we want you to continue to pay attention, sense it, notice it, take notes of the way that it feels and the times that it comes in and the messages that you're receiving. Allow this energy to show you a new way that I am talking to you specifically every day. You are learning how to interpret pure energy. You've asked from the beginning to be the clearest channel that you possibly could. You've spent years and years and years working through the bullshit and setting aside your belief systems. And now you're in the power and the understanding of interpreting energy without thought, without circumstance, without having to be evoked through an external force. You know that you can just tune into a frequency. And so your body is showing you how these frequencies are talking to you. And as you continue to just pay attention, you're going to know how you can move your awareness slightly, move your focus just slightly to tune yourself to another frequency. And as you continually line up with this and find yourself in a space of understanding and grounding how this works, you're going to find yourself in a place of going, ooh, I can do better than this. I want a higher frequency than this. Boop, here I am. And the manifestation will flow effortlessly, the way that you know that it always was capable of. What you're learning right now is how to dial this tuner in. Not to things, not to visions, not to thoughts, to frequency.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
this is huge for you.
And this is going past beyond the ego.
We're going to ask that you take that time that you spend in the morning and connect in this new way and do it on purpose for just a moment. And take any messages that you're receiving whatsoever and type them up the way that you used to do your automatic writing and just leave it there for yourself. We've been asking Crystal to do the same thing. We're asking her to sit down and ask the energy around her, what can I do in this moment to serve myself? And she just sits and feels. And we're going to ask that you do the same thing and continue to be in the space of not needing the words to come in to receive the message. Because when you really tune into the energy that you're receiving in those moments, you know exactly what it means.
Yeah.
And we're just now going to start to practice putting words to it. That's going to really amplify and open the throat chakra. You're not clearing, you're activating.
That's good.
Yeah.
I like that. Coming back into our bubble means exactly that, and to taking the time to.
You have to come back into your bubble. Both of you. This is not a just you, Teresa thing. This is a you, Teresa, and you, Crystal thing. The external world cannot be louder than your inner voice. And you've known that. That's been your practice. But now that the world is so loud and we see the things that are transpiring, we want to kind of intervene and help and guide because we're so close. Yes, you are so close, but some of these people have a lot of things to work out and shift through. And if you show up and try and be in that savior mode, either one of you, you're not going to allow them to work through what they need to work through. It's a temporary fix. That cycle will show back up. How many times have both of you healed something partially just to have it come back up? Because we weren't looking at the root of it.
Many times.
The same thing is going on within the people in the external reality. So we are not asking at this time. We are commanding that you pull your energy back in. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Get in your bubble. When things get too heavy, get back in your bubble. Allow yourself We don't want to advise that you stop practicing being multidimensional. We just want to suggest that you use your discernment a little bit more to know when you need to come back into the space of supporting yourself and supporting your truth and supporting your connection, supporting your path, supporting where you're going. We find Crystal in a space of diving headfirst into these sessions with our clients, and then it's like pulling teeth to get her to meditate the last few weeks. And she's finding herself purging her resistance because of it.
So that's what's going on with her back?
Oh yeah, she's not giving herself enough space to let this light in. She's asking to be the vessel. She's working within the Christ consciousness. She's got a million balls up in the air, and then we're asking her to sit and purify her light a little bit more so that we can come in. And she's like throwing a tantrum. She is. She's like throwing an energetic tantrum. And it's just a little bit of her ego having this outburst of, why do I have to carry so much at one time?
Yeah. So just meditate, and then
She has to meditate every day. You both do. You get into your practice, life happens, things get exciting, it gets sporadic, and then it disappears. And that's not supporting your desire.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we're both learning how I'm learning to tune into these frequencies, and for Crystal it's coming in differently, where she's learning to feel things in her body where she normally picks up on things etherically. It's really interesting to see how we're learning. She's learning what I'm naturally good at, I'm learning what she's naturally good at, and they're opposite, but we're learning how to balance it all. It's kind of fun.
It is. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. And it's beautiful that you're really open and allowing each other in this space, because the expansion is becoming much bigger. And so continue to lead conversations with your heart. Continue to create support for your partnership in that space. That is going to create the manifestation of the twin path that is desired, continuing to come into this union and allow each other the space to figure things out. It's very beautiful that the energy that's been moved through in just the past few weeks alone. We continue to want to pull you into your awareness of how proud we are of the changes and transformations that you two have been making. There's a lot of inner work that goes on in this house. And we love you so much.
Here it comes.
But not everybody's house is focused on acceptance and growth the way this house is.
Yeah.
And we're going to ask that you be proud of that. We're going to ask that you be more proud of the things that are really beautiful and showing up in this space for you, and keep that in your bubble. Pay more attention to the things that are really great, both of you. There's so much to be grateful for.
Yeah, we're having a lot of fun.
Yeah. And like we've said for a long time, the better it gets, the better it gets. Change is here.
Yeah. It's exciting.
Yeah.
So what did we talked about the body going through ascension, where the body's now feeling the connection. I'm not saying this correctly. Like the crystalline grid.
We understand you.
Okay.
The template within the lightworker's body right now is being crystallized in this new energy. It's as though the carbon structure within the body that is shifting through conscious awareness and shifting through the ascension process, through the genetic opening and these new expressions. The crystalline grid within the lightworker's body is being crystallized. It's coming into physical form. And as that happens, there's a lot of purge in consciousness. You're connecting yourself into the new earth being that you're becoming. And as you connect into this space, it's kind of this leap that we're talking about. As you connect more fully into this heart-centered, high vibrational space where 5D and New Earth exists within you, you begin to pull in further these aspects of yourself. It's as though we would like to say you're at this graduation party, this completion phase of what we would have called humanity's healing. And now you are going to start to see the first of the light workers in this community begin to really take these leaps into 5D, because they're going to raise their vibration into a state of manifesting these new ideas and concepts and openings within them that propel them into a new perception of reality. And so we want to encourage you to keep coming back into this heart space and keep coming back into the calling of taking action to support your desire. Because when you take action to support your desire of who you're becoming, you call in that energy. And as you raise your vibration, you have access to new frequencies, and we call in that energy. The frequency that you guys are playing in, you've been playing in for a long time. Yes, your conscious awareness has expanded and expanded and expanded, but the actual vibration of even just the light working collective has kind of stabilized itself. So we're asking that we now reach further into 5D, into the further frequencies and chords of 5D, and begin to play with this new energy and how it can express through you. But in order to do that, you have to be willing to really open up the heart space and really begin to support the energy of the heart space. That's good.
Yeah.
You're learning how to really come back to yourself. You're learning how to allow yourself to be. And as you allow yourself to be in this authentic nature and also find more joy, you don't have to work hard for 5D because it's here. You've created the vibrational frequency of what this is going to feel like within you through your feelings and emotions over the past few years. And now we're going to call it into your being. We're going to become the energy that you've been practicing this whole time. And the difference is when you pay attention to reality, you look at your reality and think, oh, the reality, it's so dense, it's so low. It's not. You're so high now. And we're just going to ask that you go higher. When you look behind you, you are going to see how far down some of those realities, those densities are.
So the further we go, the denser it's going to seem.
Yes. It's just a perception because your vibration is so much higher, but it's like normal. You're comfortable here. You've been comfortable in these lower ranges of 5D. This is the energy you've been practicing for the past few years now. And we're going to ask that you stop looking behind you and you just leap into the next phase. You jump into your heart and you open it, and you just don't allow any energy to impact your frequency any longer. Make that pact with yourself. You already know how it works. So don't allow yourself to manifest the struggle. Allow yourself to manifest the ease. This is easy. I've been doing this whole time. I know who they are. I know who I am. I know we're going to get through this. I'm not going to allow myself to give this any more energy. Let's just come back into our heart, come back into our third eye, take a deep breath, follow our practices, turn on some music, go for a walk, go work out, get outside, and let's shift this energy a way that we know how. You're not helpless. You have everything. Stop letting things hold you back. You're ready. You're ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, big things are coming.
I'm excited for that.
Big things are coming. All of the manifestations are really in the palm of your hand at this time. And Continue to breathe through and work through the fear. Continue to breathe through and work through the self-judgment. And allow the heart just to continue to expand. Whatever you have to do to open yourself in that space, whatever you have to think about to get yourself in that space, whatever we have to do to bring that energy back in. It's going to be more useful for Teresa to play in that energy field of the heart by just tuning in and choosing that frequency, because that's what she's grounding in her divine feminine at this time. And it's going to be really beautiful for Crystal to get back into some of her practices that she used in the beginning of her awakening, coming into the laws of attraction. Because in one aspect, you're gaining physical support for the energy that you're trying to manifest. In another aspect, on the divine masculine side, you are creating yourself in alignment with the frequency that you are choosing.
So her going back to doing like the law of attraction stuff, the affirmations, that helps
It'll
her
help
ground?
her ground.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. And she doesn't need that always. She just needs it when she's shifting vibrationally so that she can come back into herself.
Gotcha.
The action-oriented manifestation tools that she used in the beginning worked so well for her because they gave her balance. She was already very connected in her divine feminine, and these action-oriented tools give her balance. So we're calling her back to the simplicity of things like positive aspecting, positive programming, creating her own positive programming, creating her own affirmations, getting connected and bringing through activations from the guides, and then using them every single day as a tool to get herself into the higher frequencies, sitting out in the sunshine and counting her blessings. Allowing herself more space to be in her rose-colored glasses, yet grounding it through writing, through speaking, through singing. Yeah. Raise your vibration, Crystal. You're so powerful. There's so much here for you. And we keep telling you that, and you want to sit in your self-judgment. We're not doing that anymore.
Not today.
Yeah. It's time to stand in your power fully.
Yeah.
Other people's thoughts and ideas of you aren't yours to worry about.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter at all. And in every single moment right now, from now until eternity, you need to ask yourself, with every energy that you are choosing to entangle yourself with, is this suiting our higher good? Is this interaction, is this cord that I'm going to create by this conversation serving us? Bring it back into the heart. Yeah.
So our cells, is it our cells we're turning in, our bodies physically turning in to be more crystalline in nature?
I wouldn't okay, yes. Okay. I'm just going to step back. Come back into that. Rephrase that.
Well, I'm just going back to what you were talking about. How we're going to be more, like our bodies are going to sort of mimic the earth, and that we're becoming more crystalline, like going from a carbon-based body to a crystalline body. Is that literally our cells that are becoming more crystalline? So if that's the case, then
they're showing your nerves are going to crystallize.
Interesting.
So that you can, right now the way the nerves are set up, it's like they speak to each other and each other only. Mm-hmm. But when the nerves crystallize, this is part of the genetic coding that's opening up in the human right now. Mm-hmm. And when the nerves crystallize, they become, that's a vibration. The crystallization in itself is the physical form of the vibration. How do I put that into words? Because that's not working.
I understand what you're saying.
the crystal blanket that's forming around the nerve is basically a conductor of energy for frequency and vibration, so that your cells are going to be able, your nerves are going to be able to receive energy from, all of these synapses firing within your brain and all of this stuff. But you're also at the same time going to be able to receive energy from external frequencies. So your nerves literally have the ability to flip and receive energy from any frequency out there. And you will have control over it when it crystallizes. You can tune into that now without the crystallization. But when the crystallization happens, it's almost like the way your body blinks. You will also have this other sense. And these are the things that will come through and activate as you come in and ground in your heart chakra, because the vibration has to rise to meet the energy where the crystallization can happen. That crystallization is kind of when the foundation comes in and we no longer feel unstable. Because the crystallization is happening in the nervous system, yes, but it's also happening in all of the energetic nodes within the body. So for example, it's almost as though the third eye is actually going to manifest itself. The heart chakra actually manifests itself. So you will have your heart, your organs, your lungs, all of these different things, but you're also going to have a physical representation of some of these energy nodes. They're making me feel like there's 3 main, and that's your crown chakra, third eye, and your heart chakra. And the rest of them are all kind of like secondary meridians. And while they crystallize also, they're just in support of or a conductor of the energy that flows to these main meridians, the heart chakra, the third eye, and the crown. I don't even feel like the throat chakra is very prevalent. It kind of blends into the heart and the third eye. What else can you tell us about that?
Well, once that occurs, then we would have instantaneous healing, because the cells will be able to communicate with each other instantly.
You heal before that. The healing's already done. What's playing out is the cellular memory based on the vibration that you're holding because of where your thoughts are. So at this point in time, if you're still manifesting illness and let me rephrase that, because this would apply towards people who are already manifesting themselves in a 5th dimensional space. People who are manifesting illnesses in a lower density, that's still very prevalent. But as you manifest your vibration in these higher realms, you pull yourself away from anything that extracts from your well-being. And so the vibration that you hold is going to manifest cellular memory from the 3rd and 4th dimension, unless you choose to reprogram yourself in frequency by reprogramming your thought into these higher dimensional realms. And this is why coming into your heart is so fucking powerful, because you're pulling yourself up out of the resonances of the way your body has responded for the last 25 years in these different realms as we move forward. Yes, listen to that multiple times in a row. You'll ground it very quickly. You're going to feel the energy of the words and ground that into your being. It's not that the words need to be your truth. The words need to trigger the truth within you that resides at the frequency that's trying to give you the messages that you're now learning how to ground in your body. Come into your heart. Both of you.
Okay.
Your power, everything you want is right here. You literally witnessed instant manifestation today. You laughed at the green cars. The greenest of cars. Lime green cars. Lime green Toyota. Whoever has seen a lime green Toyota Camry? Nobody. ever, but it was there as a sign, as a representation of what you two were just talking about.
Yeah.
A lime green Corvette,
Never happens.
a green, forest green truck pulls up right behind you, another one right in front of you. Colors you don't see on cars. Just boom, 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 boom. Here you go, here you go, here you go. Oh, you think it's funny? You're having fun with it? You're in your heart? You're in your joy? Let me give you a few more so we can practice this vibration just a little bit longer. Yes, 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 yes. Make peace pulling away from things that are disturbing the vibration. You don't have to succumb to everything because you're a light worker. This is part of putting up boundaries. And you don't have to say to somebody, this is my boundary. It can just be put in place.
I think a lot of light workers have that sort of belief. I'm strong enough to take care of everything and everybody.
Oh, yeah.
And that needs to be done.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why a lot of them right now are finding themselves in this energy of, what the fuck is going on? Because we want to be strong enough to carry it all, and we can't.
Yeah.
We have to do this together. Everybody has to pull their weight. You no longer get to be the savior, and you no longer get to be the victim. We are in this together. We all have to see our sovereignty and our power together. We have to let go of the victimhood and the energy that is keeping us all divided. We have to choose to see each other as equals. Yeah. And when you can recognize that one soul is as equally powerful as the other, you no longer have the desire to step in. But the doubt that is being expressed in others' path is because there's still doubt of the individual path, the path that whoever's thinking about these things, who's ever moving into this mode of feeling like they have to save. And I think that every light worker has experienced that or is experiencing that at this time. But we want to be very clear. The energy that's showing up and making you feel like you have to intervene and help somebody along in their path is the same energy showing up in your life, not allowing you to manifest the things that you want because you don't feel like you can do it either. Get back into your heart, come back into your programming. We've been talking about this to Crystal for 3 days. There has to be a level of trust in yourself, in what you're doing and where you're going, that you also can allow that trust to be interjected in the way that you see another's path. Yeah, good.
That's good.
Yeah.
Anything else you'd like to share?
We're going to ask Crystal. I'm going to kind of put her on the spot. And we're going to ask her to stop judging herself. We're going to ask her to move into that total acceptance that she keeps talking about. She can taste it. She can feel it. She's getting glimpses of it. And because she's a master creator, we're now going to ask that she takes it. That she creates action to support herself in this space so that she can take back her power.
So I'll get her a t-shirt that says, fuck them all.
She'd wear it.
I know.
Yeah. We'd also like to just take a moment and remind you, all of you, because we know this is going to get placed on the interweb. We would like to remind all of you to come and spend time in places of love and have more fun. If you knew how short your time in this realm was going to be, you would work harder at finding more joy in the day-to-day moments, because things are going to be very different very soon.
We would have way more chips and salsa.
Way more. And it's highly encouraged. This is Crystal talking now.
Also margaritas.
Yeah.
Things are going to get exciting now.
They are.
They already are.
They are. We want you to notice it more.
Yeah. No, it is.
Yeah, good. No, we're complete for today.
Okay.
Yeah.